Greetings, dear viewers! I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke. It is time to take down Erica, and I have brought something along that is going to make this an absolute breeze. We'll show you Pokemon moves that Erica taught us! Yeah, I don't think they are going to help. Twins, I would like to introduce you to Savior, a level 60 Lugia, who I have given an interesting assortment of moves. Psychic, Surf, Dragon Breath, and Steel Wing. You are screwed! You have no chance of victory whatsoever against me. What do you think, Gothburb? Alright, what else do you got? Ooh, a Vileplume. Boy, sure would be a shame if it was weak to Psychic. Oh my god, it is so awesome that I caught this thing. Oh, Gothburb also learned a new trick. I taught it Shadow Ball. Oh yes. Hello, do you think a girls-only gym is rare? Actually, let me think here. I think there's actually been a few other, female-only gyms throughout Pokemon. Or at least gyms where the gym trainers were all female. I actually think Erica's gym is unique in that both the show and the game seem to suggest that they try not to let any guys in, like even including challengers. That I think is very rare, and also probably in violation of league regulations, so yeah, don't think I won't be writing to Lance about that one and asking some questions. Especially now that I am champion. What else do you got? Oh, Blip. You could have been such a fun ally if I hadn't accidentally caused your death. Right, simple enough. And another immediate battle. Oh, a battle? That's kind of scary, but okay. What? Are you not employed by this gym? Or are you just someone who comes and hangs out? I am trying to understand the dynamic at play here. You are not making it easy. Alright, let's see if Gothburb can get his first actual victory. Oh my god, that animation. Okay! So, we have our answer, and the answer is Gothburb is not ready for egg bombs. Oh my god, that... How could anyone take that animation seriously? It's so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Hey, don't you do that. I mean, it doesn't exactly do much to me, but still. Also, that head on the right is looking at me funny. I was really surprised when Executor got an Alolan form. And definitely more surprised when I saw that it was a horrifying giant palm tree with a ass face. What a strange thing that was. Gothburb is still coming up in the world, but sooner or later, Gothburb has got to start pulling his own weight. I'm really planning to rely on this guy for a few of the tough fights up ahead. Okay. This is a perfect chance for you, Gothburb. This thing is 4 times weak against Fly. Surely you can do this. I believe in you. That's my boy. I'm so proud of you, Burb. Do you have a Parasect too? Ah, you do. Good old zombie bug. Alright, let's try it again. It'll probably take out Parasect in one hit too. But you can never be sure. Murkrow really is in my party because of its resistances. It's got ground immunity and immunity to psychic. That is useful. That is very, very useful. Shadow Ball is still gonna be stronger. I'd kind of forgotten that originally Shadow Ball was just a little bouncing black ball, you know, rather than an ominous blast of dark energy. Well, that went well. As for Erica herself... Hello. Lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. I'm afraid I may doze off. My name is Erica. I am the leader of Celadon Gym. Oh, all the way from Johto, you say? How nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Okay. I think she's stoned. I genuinely take from that dialogue that Erica is having way too much fun experimenting with various substances she grows in her garden. Now, I am using Lugia for this gym. I don't really intend to use it to clear... well... I can handle... I am fairly confident that I can handle Sabrina's gym. Without too much difficulty. Yeah, there's exactly one Pokemon in Sabrina's team that has a move that can hit a dark type. So, yeah. Burb will do just fine there. But I am concerned about the other gym trainers in Sabrina's gym. And especially if there's any jinxes. A jinx is not something that Burb can handle. Probably. Alright, her last Pokemon is the Grass Poison type Victory Bell. And this fight is over. Excellent. That went well. Sabrina's toughest Pokemon is level 48. But given the fact that the only move Burb can be hit by is Swift, I'm really not concerned. I suppose I could just head to Misty's gym right now. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna hit Misty's gym now. Even though Jolteon will be a counter to water, Jolteon doesn't actually resist water. And even if he did, it's going to be quite a while before Potential actually has the power, actually has the levels to be useful in that capacity. So, we will just use Savior and just take care of it right now.
Don't let my elegant swimming unnerve you.
I'm not. Thank you, swimmer Brianna. Yeah, this is gonna be easy. There's really nothing here that really threatens me. But I don't want to use... I don't want to use Burb in front in this gym, just because there are way too many water-ice types, and, yeah, I am not confident at all in Burb's ability to take ice attacks. I mean, even the Aurora Beam from a Shelter was nearly enough to kill Burb. So after this gym, all it's going to leave is Blue and Sabrina. And we have a plan for Sabrina. And Blue... boy. Blue's basically gonna be a warm-up for Red. Hello.
Sorry about being away. Let's get on with it.
So, I know that Misty was on a date with a presumptively older man. What were the rest of you doing during that period of time? Did the rest of you have dates as well? Sweet. Good work, Savior. I love the back sprite on Lugia. It actually gives it a kind of ferocious appearance that I find very appealing. Glub. I'm first. Come and get me. Actually, you're last. But I will happily defeat you if that's what you're interested in. Swimmer Male Parker. Aww. Little seahorse. I like him. Let's kill him. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything is going exactly as I had hoped. I just have to keep focus for a little bit longer. And then I might actually beat Pokemon Crystal. I've been thinking a lot about how much I actually want to grind my team for Red. Because Red's lowest level Pokemon is still level 75. And yeah, I am slightly concerned about that.
I was expecting you, you pest! You may have a lot of Johto gym badges, but you'd better not take me too lightly. My water-type Pokemon are tough!
I do know that I don't just want to grind up to like level 100 and just trounce Red. That would not be a challenge. But by the same token, by the time I beat Red, most of my team will not even be level 60. If I go up against Red with a team in their 50s, I will be annihilated. So I think my plan is going to be to try to get my whole team up to roundish, like 65, I think is a good compromise. 65 is still... yeah, it's still 8 levels lower than his weakest Pokemon, and it's 16 levels lower than his highest level Pokemon. I think 65 is a reasonable point where I could have an expectation of not just immediately getting my ass kicked. Alright, Misty's got 2 more. Alright, here is Starmie. Starmie actually is part Psychic type, so we're just gonna swap to Dragon Breath here. Hey, don't do that. Ow. Whoa. Good God, Rain is no... seriously, everybody. Anyone who plays Pokemon just casually, you need to know this. Weather effects are no damn joke. They are serious, and they are powerful. And weather teams can dominate someone who is not prepared to deal with them. Especially Sandstorm. Sandstorm is very special. First of all, it's got chip damage on everything that's not a rock, a ground, or a steel type. That means right off the bat, focus sashes, sturdy, abilities that are going to save you with the last sliver of HP, they are not going to work. Secondly, rock, ground, and steel type Pokemon, or maybe it's just the rock. I don't know, I haven't read it in a long time, and sometimes things shift between generations, but will actually get a boost to their defenses. A 50% boost to their defense stats in Sandstorms. That is not to be underestimated. Alright, Misty has been beaten. We have received the next badge. And Gothburb is ready to attempt to handle some of the trainers in Sabrina's gym. And I'm not particularly happy about that because I am terrified. Please, please, please do not just kill off my team. I need Gothburb. I really, really need Gothburb. So... oh, man. Those defenses are not good. I really worry about Gothburb's longevity. Hello! No, wait, come back and fight. No. I wanted to fight you. Excuse me. The power of all those you defeated comes to me! Really? Oh god. I hope she's exaggerating, because that would be a lot of power. Okay, considering that her first Pokemon is just a weird long-nosed thing that... Alright, I need to think. Does a Drowsy have anything that's likely to hurt a Gothburb? Not really. It might have Pound. Oh, Headbutt. Right. Okay. Alright, that's the first one. Totally fine. I can handle a Headbutt, no problem. We go, level 37. Alright, this one is more problematic. But I'm still confident that the worst it could do is that Headbutt. Okay, Poison Gas. Simple enough, straightforward, minimal threat. Is a Shadow Ball stronger than a Feint Attack against you? Yes, by very slightly. Okay, that's good to know. Good work, Gothburb. Yeah. Once again, I'd like to remind everyone just how small Burb actually is. Because Burb is... oh, God. Regional dexes. Always such a pain. Where is it? Yeah, because Murkrow is only 1 foot 8 inches tall and 5 pounds. It is very, very small. Hello. Foo, 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 foo. I can see it clearly. I can see into your soul! Really? I'm legitimately impressed. Alright, what do you got? A Slowpoke, huh? Okay. Well, it looks like Shadow Ball is my stronger move. Wait a minute. Feint Attack doesn't miss, does it? Sabrina's first Pokemon has Sand Attack. Will Sand Attack affect Feint Attack? I do not actually know the answer to that. Don't you dare crit. I'm almost certain that with its special defense knockdown a stage, one more Shadow Ball would kill it, but I am not taking that chance. That's gonna hurt a bit. Yeah. I'm actually really nervous fighting with this thing. I've never actually used a Murkrow in one of my runs of Pokemon. So, this is honestly quite an experience. Ooh. Will Pursuit hit a Pokemon if it's using Baton Pass? Because Sabrina's Mr. Mime has Baton Pass. Ooh, so many questions. So few answers. Hello. Psychic power is the power of your soul. I think it's the power of your mind, but sure, Franklin the psychic. We'll just trust whatever you have to say. Okay, Kadabra's really not gonna know anything I need to worry about. I think the worst it can do is disable, but we have 2 attacks special effective against it, so not a threat. Level 38. And that was it. Good job, Franklin. Very impressive. The fighting dojo next door was once this city's gym. Was it? Really? Huh. That doesn't surprise me much. Hello, Psychic Jared. Ah, I see you brought a horrifying clown monstrosity to fight me. But is your horrifying clown monstrosity any match for my goth burb? Apparently not. Please bring a better opponent in the future. Alright, execute. That's easy enough. Another Shadow Ball. Oof. It's still alive. Okay, poisoned. Okay. Fair enough. But as we learned, poison doesn't tick if I knock you out. And another execute. So, at worst, you would have Egg Bomb. Okay, Leech Seed. That makes sense. I don't know if I want to go against her with this low PP. So we're going to make a trip back, heal up, and then give it another go. And yes, I knew exactly how much HP it had. Goth Burb was fine. Ever since the tragedy of Dlip, I've always had to be very, very careful about poison damage. Alright, I am a vastly lower level than my opponent. But I sincerely do not think that's going to make the slightest bit of difference. Whoops. Wrong gym. So Mr. Mime has defense boosting and some particularly good attacks. Or it has Baton Pass and defense boosting. I knew you were coming. 3 years ago, I had a vision of your arrival. You're after my badge. I don't enjoy battling, but it's my duty as a leader to confer badges on anyone who has proven him or herself worthy. Since you wish it, I will show you my psychic powers. Yeah, I don't like battling. I just like to kidnap people and turn them into dolls and shrink them into my dollhouse. You know what? Every episode involving Sabrina in the anime was just fucking weird. Alright. So, we are going to test the feint attack method. If the sand attacks actually do reduce my chance with feint attack, it will be necessary to swap in order to reset my accuracy. Swift looks like it can hit me for about a third of my health. That is not too bad. Sabrina's probably gonna heal. Nope. And feint attack. And boom. That is the first one down. Alright. Well. Now that Espeon is down, there is literally nothing they can do to hurt me anymore. Mr. Mime's only attack is Psychic. Alakazam only knows Future Sight and Psychic. This fight's over. And all Mr. Mime can do is increase their physical defense. Though I will admit, if a Mr. Mime that drops a couple defenses, or a couple barriers and then a reflect, and then swaps to an Alakazam, creates an absolute monster. Because very legitimately, the only weak point of Alakazam is its abysmal defense. Alright, now we're on to Alakazam, who's got boosted defenses. And now... Oh. Right! It has Recover. Ah, I did not actually think about that. And Recover is literally the only move it can use. Well, okay, it has Recover and it has Reflect. Those are the only things it can do. So, I guess I'll just keep hitting it until it runs out of recovers. I don't know what else to do. This thing has boosted defenses. Sending out Foundation would be suicide against its Psychic. Holy crap! Is Ghost considered physical? Is Ghost considered physical or something? What the hell, Burb? You massacred that thing! Oh my god! Wow! Okay! It had to have been considered physical, because I hit the Mr. Mime and lowered its special defense, and it baton passed that along with the barriers and the reflect, and then Alakazam had its special defense lowered. That's why Feint Attack hit that hard. But the fact Shadow Ball was hitting for so little, Ghost has to count as physical then. Why would that be the case? That's the only conclusion I can draw from what just happened. But that's so stupid. That makes no sense. Why would that be? Oh well. Whatever the reasons, I think we can all agree that that went absolutely beautifully. So what I can do now is try to check the last few routes I can access for Pokemon. And the first one is here in Viridian City, where we are going surfing, which pretty much means there's very little chance we're going to find anything of any value whatsoever, but there is always the possibility. And that possibility is why I do this. Come on, Viridian City, what have you got? Okay, a Poliwag. Is this finally the day where I capture a Poliwag? I have had so many chances to capture these little bastards and have always failed. I want a Poliwag. Even if I can't use it, I want a Poliwag. Please just stay in the ball. Why? Why are you so difficult? There is no reason for you to be this difficult. You're a level 11 tadpole. Oh my god. No, you know what? Screw it. Come on, Snips. I need your help. Stop it. Stop bothering me. Stop putting me to sleep. Stop causing me trouble. Oh my god, you little jerk. Stop it. Okay. I guarantee that Whirlpool will not kill you. See? There. Now you have taken a very tiny amount of damage. Now get in the goddamn ball! And stay there! Why? Why? What is wrong with you? Why do none of you want to be my friend? Just stay in the damn ball. Why? Why? Really? 2 turns? 2 turns of Whirlpool? Is this honestly what I have come to now? Is this the great opponent of my time? A level 11 Poliwag that won't, you know what? Screw it. We're going straight to cut. And you know what? If you can't survive that, then fuck you. I am done with this. I am done screwing with you. Snips, I need you to wake up and teach this thing not to screw with me anymore. God damn it, Snips! Please! Please help me! I am sick of this thing! Thank you! Get in the damn ball! Finally! You know what? I know exactly what to call you. And it is exactly what you are. You little jerk. Oh my god. That was so stupid. Oh, I legitimately don't even know what to say to what I just experienced. That was absolutely pathetic. Okay. One more route to check. Route 22. Will there be anything interesting here? And no, that is a rat. I will see you all on the next one.